Well, hello, everybody. You are so welcome to this first day of our 7-day Room Junkie Declutter Your Home Challenge. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Anne Toohey. I'm an interior designer. I'm based in the northwest of Ireland, and I specialise mostly in new builds and renovations, but I also create digital online courses in interior design, sharing my knowledge with you to help you become your own interior designer. And for the next 7 days, I'm going to be teaching you how to declutter your house or how to start. You're not going to do it all in 1 week, but I'm going to give you a very good start so that you will learn little tips and techniques and things that I have learned over the years, that I have used over the years, that have made my life so simple and so easy and makes me feel so carefree and unburdened because I have done this. So today is very simple. Today I'm going to start, I've called today the day of 3, okay? So it's 3 topics, 3 bags. And 3 rules that I adhere to when I am deciding on decluttering something. I have my 12-month rule. So say I'm in my wardrobe and I will look at an item of clothing and I will ask myself, Anne, have you worn this in the past 12 months? And that's very easy to answer. It's either yes or no. And if I have worn it in the past 12 months, I will ask myself, will I wear it again in the next 12 months? And that's pretty easy too. And then I might ask myself, will I ever wear it again, as in ever? And oftentimes the answer is no. And the last thing that I ask myself is, if I were moving house tomorrow morning or next week, would I bring this with me? Honestly, would I pay somebody to pack this, put it in a box, and take it to another house to unpack it, to sit in my closet or in my drawers for another 2 years, 4 years, 10 years? It's so simple. And when you break it down logically like this, it does make it very easy for yourself. And to do this and to help me, what I do is I actually get 3 bags. I always use black bags, but you could use baskets or boxes, but I just find the black bags easy because when one is full, I can tie a knot in it and it goes off to wherever it's meant to go. So my 3 categories are discard, which is very easy. If something is broken, if it's dirty, if it's torn, if it's of no use to you or to anybody else, then that is ready to go and to be discarded and put in the bin or put in the skip. So fill your discard bag as soon as it's full, put it into your bin or put it into your skip. Easy peasy. It's as easy as that. The donate bag is easy enough too. So things that you haven't worn, things you know you'll never worn again, maybe unwanted gifts that you felt guilty about not using, but yet you couldn't bring yourself to getting rid of them, or even expensive clothes. You know, if you can remember that you paid a lot of money for a dress or a coat or whatever, it makes it a wee bit harder to get rid of, but you need to get over that, because if you're not going to use it again, gift it to somebody else who might love it. In my last declutter challenge, I actually had a girl who had left a corporate job in the UK to move to rural Ireland. And she had all of her power suits and high shoes, and she got rid of it all because now her wardrobe is different and what she needs in her life is different. So just time to have a good, hard, honest conversation with yourself and say, I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to donate it. And you might have a friend or family member who would love it. And if not, pick your favorite charity shop. Mine is a cancer charity shop, but you can pick whatever you want, charity you want to support. And remember too, that charities are having a challenging time at the moment because their donations are not coming in as historically because of COVID and because of lockdown situations. They are very dependent on what you can donate for them to raise money for their charities. So remember that you're doing good. And you know what, when you're giving and doing good, it makes you feel good too, for sure. Now, obviously your third category is what you're going to keep. So put that back. And now is a really good time. If you say you've got a coat that needs to be dry cleaned, or you've got a dress and its buttons, or a cardigan that its buttons missing from, sew them back on. Everything that goes back into your wardrobe should be in pristine condition and something that you really want to keep. Okay, so 3 rules. The 12-month rule: have I worn it or used it in the past 12 months? And you can even make that 6 months if you want to make it even harder challenge for yourself, but 12 months is fine. That's what I normally do. Have I worn it in the past 12 months? Will I wear it again? And if I were moving house in the morning, would I bring it with me? It really, when you cut it down to such simple little salient points, it makes it so much easier. It really does. It always makes it impartial. So you have the system, and the system takes over rather than your emotion, okay? And we will be getting onto sentimentality and letting go of sentimentality later in the week, because that's much harder and much more challenging. But for the moment, we'll start off easy, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to start timing yourself. Get your phone, get the timer on your phone, and set it for 20 minutes. Okay, so armed with these rules, 3 bags, the 3 rules, 20 minutes, and get stuck in. And if you're taking something, if you're emptying your wardrobe or your chest of drawers, you must physically take everything out. Absolutely everything. It's really important. Don't skimp this. You must do it. Take it out. Maybe do it drawer by drawer. Take it all out. Put it on your bed, and then only put back in what you are going to use, what you love, what you use regularly. Everything else will go, and you've got your 3 piles to decide where they're going to go. Now, I didn't mention the not sure pile. You are allowed to have a not sure pile. And then later on in the week, we might revisit that again, and you'll be surprised how you might be able to condense down that not sure pile quite a bit more. So 20 minutes, that's all I want you to do. And all of us have different energies. Some of us have very high energy. I'm a bit like that. I can start off with high energy and then I can burn out. So I need to pace myself. Others just go out slow and steady and get a really, really good result. So I'm not asking for a marathon. All I'm asking is that you start and you commit to continue. And I don't care how long it takes you, because once you get into this mindset and once you enjoy the benefits and the joy in having and decluttered, completely decluttered, cleared, carefree space, say it's your own bedroom, you're going to feel so good that that's going to motivate you to go on and do the next room. And you're better off to go room by room by room, start and finish, rather than doing a bit of this and a bit of that, because that will not work. Okay, and I have different spaces that I'm going to ask you to do over the course of the next week, and we'll do that together, because that's going to help you as well. And I'm very strategic in what am I trying to say? I'm very strategic in starting it off gently and then upping the ante a bit, so that by the end of the week, we will be able to tackle a sentimentality and a letting go that is much, much harder. Okay, so that timer is going to become your best friend. Do 20 minutes, and at the end of the 20 minutes, take a break. If you feel like it, go back and do another 20 minutes, because it becomes a competition between you and the timer, and you're fighting against the timer and you're working like crazy to get as much done as you possibly can. 20 minutes is nothing. You'd scroll on your phone on Instagram for 20 minutes and lose that 20 minutes. So this is what I want you to do. And another thing that makes life easy for you too is, as you're going through the decluttering of a room, bring an empty basket or a laundry basket or something into that room with you. And if you find anything in that room that doesn't belong in that room, but does belong somewhere else, put it in that basket. And then when you're finished decluttering, bring the basket around the house and put everything back in its proper place. Maria Montessori had a wonderful principle. It's called the Montessori principle, and it is everything in its place and a place for everything. And once you get used to this, and once you train your mind to this, it becomes second nature, and you will never, no matter how much clutter you have in your house, you can have a house that's groaning down with clutter, that's dragging you down. You've probably, some of you have seen a show on TV called Desperate Houses, and now I think it's called Home Rescue. Actually, but not many of you know is that I actually auditioned to do that show, and I was pipped at the post by Roisin Murphy, who is still doing it. So there's a useless piece of information, but some of those houses were sad and sorry and full of, so much stuff. And many of you are going to say, my house is exactly the same. There's 10, 20, 30 years stuff there. But you can overcome it, and it's a joy. And it's only when you get into the habit of this and the pleasure of it that you realize, gosh, why didn't I do this years ago? But it doesn't matter. You're doing it now. This is January. It's the best time of year to ever do this. I think January and September are 2 very cleansing times of year. Christmas decorations are gone, and you want to work on your house now. So the best gift you can give to your house and your family and to yourself is to start your decluttering now, so that you have a clean slate to work on, and then you can up the ante with the interior design or the redecoration or repainting or whatever it is that you want to do. So this is a January like no other, and we need peace in our homes. We're homeschooling, we're working from home. Our home has become our salvation in the sense that it never has before. So I want you to gift yourself the gift of a calm, uncluttered, organized home. So I will be back tomorrow to digest what I've said today. Get your timer on, get your 3 bags out, get them labeled, and get moving. And I don't care how slowly you do it, I just want you to start one foot in front of the other. And lo and behold, momentum will gather, and you look back and think, gosh, did I really do that? And give yourself a big pat on the back. So I'll be back again tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day, and do please start today. Even if it's tiny, if it's one drawer, I don't mind, but start. That's the important thing. Once you start, you will finish. So with that, I'll say goodbye, and I'll be back tomorrow.